All right, look, we're going to try to do a percentage chart. We're going to try to do about like a program. Let's call it a program what it is. Okay, and what I mean by that is like a daily cycle that a certain group of people are in and that have been in. You know, because we've been studying a lot of like social media and television and things like that, and the way there's a dark side of the web. You know that there's a dark web. Okay, and if you're and remember the news channel. The news channels 3, 6, 9, or 12. Isn't that funny how those numbers? You know, but generationally, because now it's just there's so much that hits us, and people get all their news from all different kind of sources. But there for a couple generations, it was just this right here from your television. You know, and because a lot of videos get taken down. And see, what it is when somebody has been living an example life, so to speak, when they hear about somebody, like a video getting taken down or something, then they automatically think that it's just bad, you know, because they've only participated on one side of life basically their whole life. And they don't understand that it doesn't matter if they take a video down or say, yeah, well, you can't cuss right here. All you got to do is kids can get on their phone, children, and go find the worst shit that there ever is. So what I mean by that is you've got 40% of the population, all right, that's loyal, probably 50 now or more. And 50% of the population that's been loyal to a certain news station their whole life because of their parents or whoever, whatever the case may be. You know, it's don't watch this, CSNBC, don't watch this, you know, and you're told this, and for your whole life you've gone in one direction. Now it's totally different because these generations are bleeding out now. You know, and they are. Because you've got an older generation that's all they've seen is that shit, is the television. You know, they hate the phones. You know, they get mad at them, but they get them anyways. And they've always listened to this TV. You know, so, and we're going to say 50% of this number, 49% of it is on medications. They're on meds. Yeah. So now what we have is we've got half of the population that are loyal customers. They're loyal. They're a loyal brand follower to this because it can't be wrong. It's been there since day one. Does that make any sense? It's being born into something. A baby that's born in prison is, if it's going to have walls all around it, and it's in there for years and goes outside just for a little bit, it's going to, you know, each day with its mom. You know, and I'm just saying for years, hopefully they don't allow that to happen. But for this example, when the child's 6 or 7, it's going to carry that fucking attitude for the rest of its life. And unless it's forced into another direction, you know, and it's the truth too. Because the way we're brought up has a lot to do with how we're going to be once we get older. And when we have half of the population believing every fucking thing that there is on this, because see, CNN in 1981, we've been watching like the first year or the first couple of episodes of CNN, and it's funny because they introduced the weather machines and stuff and how they're all going to tell the weather. And we know what they're doing is saying, what they're saying is we have taken control of geocentric weather, and we have introduced a system to where you're going to have stations in bigger cities in the command center. They always gotta have control. You never need it. We don't know where we're at, but they introduce this, weather system thing. And it's stupid because we're so disconnected is my whole point. And we're connected to this. So now we got to tie in CNN and bring in their weather fucking machines in. So, and that's in 1981. June 1st was their first episode. I think it was the second hour they introduced it. You can find it on YouTube, but it's funny as shit. Go back and watch. It's all, the first few episodes ain't nothing but race bait, hate, and all kinds of shit. It is insane. And they've stayed in it every day, all day long, every day. And what we have done is watch that shit. Doesn't matter if the girl up there is cute, or the guy, or whatever, or the old lady. They're reading a fucking prompt. They have no idea what they're really doing. So evil is going to control society through this shit. Through all these behind the scenes. And they're going to doctor it up and they're going to make it look good. But dude, humanity has gotten fucking horrible since the creation of CNN and all this. It's all horrible. How can you not, when technology's gotten bigger, there's more crime, there's more all this. Well, they've created the addictions and all that, and alcoholism, of course. And now you got the sex, it's everywhere. So they've created an environment behind these people that are loyal, because they're not going to look over here on the dark web. They don't know children. They might, but they don't want to address it. Can just get on here and look at sex and everything else. But what they see on there is the feel good. Yeah, when over here in the damn web and Facebook, they might get on there, Facebook, but it's nothing what they do on there. They go for the positive stuff, but they're really falling into a trap even more. Because when people with truth, like me and others, when they never ever hear anything that has to do with that at all. Because these news channels come out there and talk about certain people dying, or they're trying to prove this, even though there's no lasers. You won't go with us and shoot some lasers for a badass story? No, you don't. Because we know you'll run from us. And they keep the truth. This is a channel. They're channeling sorcery into half of the population. Just through that shit. Just through that. Through your news channels. They're all one, dude. You got to see the videos of these people and do like 200 cities. And they do the beginning of every fucking news station in like 200 cities, and they all say the same shit. And you're like, God. And you can see, get out of the world, you can see how it's controlled. Whatever they put on that TV, these dummies fucking jump right on it. It's real because it's been there from day one. And when you're evil, you put the shit on TV you want to sell and you push it. You don't talk about how horrible. Tomorrow's Take Back Prescription Day for the DEA. So be sure you be safe and you be good and take back the Lord's medicine that kills people. Think about this. Let's say you do take some pills back. Okay, let's say you take yours the right way. The same fucking ingredients that killed those people is running through your body, through your blood. Yeah, you need to think about that. And certain things, if you mix with that, even taken in the right way, you can die. People die every day and they don't talk about it on the news from that shit. But it's bad for business because they're pushing this fucking one world. We got to get it, man. Gotta get it. It's like you've been lied to. Oh, man, fucking Batman's real. He told me last night. Yeah, he's going to help fix this. Yeah, that's what they're saying on the news. It's like that's where we are. But they keep half of the population. And then you've got the other half fucking partying like hell. Partying like hell, chasing money and all this other shit. They're content, but they're always going to see a certain set. And then they're going to get on their Facebook and do their little craft thing or whatever. And then play Angry Bird and then go to bed every fucking day. Go to church on Sunday. Go to their work until 5 and then do nothing. You can be doing family shit, but you're not fucking reading. You don't know anything about you, your body, then nothing. You're in a fuck off mode. That's my whole point. And they gave that to us. And man, You learn, God, we ain't gotta learn. It's like, if I'm evil as shit, I'm gonna create an environment to where you ain't gotta do shit except bitch and give other people hell and make, because they create the environment. If they wanted us to strive, we would know our mineral salts of the body. We would have hemp and cannabis everywhere. Diabetes and cancer and all that, where's the cause? It's the lifestyle. It's what we live around. All these fucking wires, the overload of them, what's under the ground in the air in our houses, all these devices, these fucking frequencies, they're running through us. And that shit's getting us sick. Y'all can't even think about that shit. Man, all this is from Jesus. Yeah, we're flying through space, buddy, yeah. And that's my whole point is that's all y'all fucking seen, half of it. And then the other half too, but really that's it. Every day, news channel, space, that's it, every day. On pills, modified foods and everything. And that's the program. Because they don't fucking do nothing. You're created to go work that job. Comes from Job, because his life was shit, and our lives are too, to get wages. Slaves get wages. And then we go home and play with all our gadgets that the fucking people made to distract us. And then to get us glued to where we're always watching something, like always, and we're always seeing space, always, every fucking where you look, buddy. Write down where you see it. And if you're really true about this, listen, don't run. If you get upset, then that means you've got a bad spirit in you. If you're open-minded and you're solid, you should be like, hell, I'll listen. I'll give you an exercise. Get a book, with a lot of pages on it. And I want you to write down everywhere that you see a space reference. I don't care if you buy a Cosmic Brownie, that's a space reference. Or a Star Crunch, that's a space reference. Or any fucking drink that's got space on it that you're drinking, any billboard that you see, any 18-wheeler that you see with a globe on it, any church you can think about with a globe on it, anything, commercials, newspaper, magazines, any fucking thing that you see today, for the rest of the day, write down that space reference. Write it down. And then if you want to get real, do it tomorrow, the whole day. And it will literally blow your fucking mind. Then you have to times that by the next day, 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 for decades now. That's all we see. Now I want you to get a sheet of paper, half this size, and then I want you to write down every flat earth reference you see. And you won't write nothing down. Nothing. You won't see nothing geocentric in society any fucking where. None. And multiply that each day. And there's your fucking answer. You don't have to think no more. Because they got us on these. Let's get fucked up, man. And it's like, man, listen. Chasing them careers is a trap. It's all a fucking lie. It's like I've been telling you. It's all a lie. And half the population ain't coming out of it. And then 45% of this other side ain't either. Tell somebody about what I just said. Nobody, they'll fucking kill. No, they can't, because they want to see what comes out. They're having fun watching me. Because, it's like, dude, some of these people I know, I'm like, look, you started this, some of y'all, and then you helped with this, and now y'all run from me, and it's like, yeah, but I don't want to fucking read no more, because the more you pull out of it, the more it's superpowers. It's not superpowers, it's your faculties that you're getting back. Your smell, your sense of seeing, of hearing, of identifying nature. And fucking grabbing a leaf and being like, hell yeah, brother, because it's got life like you. They fucking killed your life. We're just flying through space. Hell yeah, you don't come from nothing. And it's like, listen, dude, I'm an image of God, like it says in Scripture. And the image itself is the mineral salts. Your salvation is your saliva. That's what it is. And it's your salt. And blood is salt. And what are they doing right now? You gotta get in that blood to kill the salvation, which is the fucking magnetism that makes you run above your head. And then they're gonna create the race war, and they're gonna have aliens eventually that you built with your fucking tax dollars all on account of going off and fucking off with all their gadgets and all their vacations and everything else and all their sports and all that. It's all a trap. This video will blow your fucking mind. If something happens to me, I love you. It's time for me to go. Love you.